What's up, guys? Here we go on another urban exploring trip. I'm probably going to be about 5-10 minutes away from our location today. Just kind of give y'all a little history on this place. This, I want to call it a house. It was actually a mobile home. Very bad fire damage. It's pretty sad because I knew roughly where the location was and I found it last week. Haven't been inside of it yet, so I figured that's what we're going to do today. A little history on this place from what I know. It was actually one of my customers. I've known her for like 16 years. This fire damage happened probably, I want to say, at least 3 years ago. It was cold. It was a long, cold winter night. The central air and heat went out, so she had no heat. She was using the oven, from what I recall from the story, to try to heat this mobile home. And why I call it a house mobile home is because even though it was a mobile home, it was actually made to look like a house. People had added on over the years. Long story short, it was a foreclosure at that time. Big old incident happened. She was disability, whatnot. It's too much to actually go into in depth. But the bad, sad part is there was no insurance. So, structure was a total loss. I had barely seen it from the road the other day when I was passing by, and I said, well, sorry guys, trying to drive to our location. But as we were, as everything happened, basically became homeless instantly. It was bad. I seen part of it, and that's when I caught, it was like a reddish brick front. That's the only way I knew where I had been or what I had seen. So I figured, why not? Let's go check this out together, and let's see what we can find. I'm sorry guys, I'm trying to drive and this is heavy morning traffic, but I figured while I'm going to work to go make money, why not bring you guys along and have a little adventure. There's nothing like getting the day started with a little bit of adventures. Guys, stay tuned. I'll be right back with y'all. Well, here we go. We're going to be very careful because there is a house right next door that I'm visible from. There is somebody home, so we're just going to kind of be just very quiet. But this is it, what it is. Like I was saying, it has a brick facade, but it was a mobile home at one time. Or actually is. You can kind of see the damage that had occurred. There's parts of the roof siding everywhere. You can see there's the front. That was probably from the front, like, living room. This is an add-on to this house. You can see where the fire department has tore back the roof and whatever else. This fire was definitely fully engaged. We got a huge spider web. Something stuck right here. This was completely, this was a complete add-on. The original mobile home itself was back there. Trying to see how I can get around this without getting caught in the spider web. And there is definitely a huge brown recluse. So we're going to be very careful trying to get through here. I don't want to get bit. And I don't want to make any too much noise because, like I said, there is, right next door, there is a house. There's not going to be very much to see here. I just figured I'm going to stop by and just kind of get a look. Whoa. I don't know what that is. Caught. I don't know if you can see that. Something caught in that web. But this is definitely the add-on part. You can kind of see right there. I don't know how much I'm gonna dare go in here because of everything. This is an unsafe structure. But it's just sad. I was hoping to be able to get in here a little bit more besides the spider webs. That there's brown recluses all over the place. I don't know if you can make that out way back there. There's a huge web. But this has been gone. This has definitely been destroyed for about several years. All of her belongings are gone. This is another of the add-ons way back in here. You can see they had these metal bifold doors that would have led you from one part into the other. It's definitely a shame. There was definitely nothing, barely nothing left. I mean, let's see if we can get all. You can kind of see back in there somewhat. I just don't kind of dare go into this. I knew it was fire damage. I didn't realize it was going to be this bad. We got houses on both sides, so I don't want to be over here too long. Let's see if I can get y'all up through the spider web. Kind of get an idea. It's sad. The fire department tried their best. I'm going to say that probably the kitchen to it was over there, because that's going to be the worst of the fire. And by the time they even tried, I mean, it's like I said, the original structure was a mobile home. You can see this was framed out in 2x4. There was barely nothing that there could have been left. It's sad. Let's get y'all a look. I don't know how much you're going to be able to see or how much I'm able to see. You can kind of see what is left. We'll try to cut through the overgrowth yard. Now, I know from what I understood, which I think I could see right there, there's just a set of like deep impressions. I know her car was parked somewhere along this front whenever the fire occurred. She had always parked close, be able to just walk in. Let's see if we can kind of make our way through here, make sure not to run into any snakes in this overgrowth. Here's one of the windows that had exploded out. This would have been probably her bedroom right here. That's what it looks like. It looks like a bedroom. Oh no, maybe this is a living room. Since there was a dresser, I was gonna say this was a bedroom. This looks like a living room. And this was also a part of the add-on. You kind of get an idea. Fire department, of course, would have pulled down all of this insulation, looking for more fire in the roof. It's sad. Like this, the only part that stood was the very front. We'll see if we can get an idea what's around the side. The hurricanes of last year. There's not much here. Looks like it might have been a little barbecue pit right there. It's pretty sad. But she is safe and sound. She didn't get hurt in the fire. Luckily, I believe she said she did have smoke detectors. There's not much here. We'll finish this up going back to the vehicle. But she was safe and sound. Maybe just a little smoke inhalation, because like I said, as you see, it was pretty bad. She did get woke up by it. Unfortunately, her keys to the vehicle, sorry, I'm just trying to walk away and get my vehicle unlocked. I didn't dare change. I wanted to see from the other side, but this is in the community where I live. Sorry if I'm getting too close of shots up, but here, let me turn y'all around real quick as we're pulling away. You see how everything is kind of overgrown? This is the driveway. Oh, My apologies, music was playing. You know how YouTube is with music. Now, unfortunately, I got to back out to a very busy road. Why don't we do this together? What we're gonna do, we're gonna get out of here and make a U-turn. Whoop. Nobody's coming up on my side. We got to be careful of these ditches because they do get soppy wet. But you can see the overgrowth from this house is completely massive. Why don't we get out of here so I can continue on my journey? I figured while I was out and about, alright, I have to stick my seatbelt on here in a second, but where I'm at, I'm not worried about getting pulled over, but it is safe. Anyway, getting back to it, she did have smoke inhalation. It was sad because her car was parked very close to the house. I remember her recalling, telling me about that. The fire department did all they could do to keep her car from burning because her car wasn't but, trying to think, I think it was only like 3 years old, 4 or 5 years old. It wasn't super duper old, but it was like one of the only possessions she had left, and her keys were left in the home as it was completely, as you've seen, being fire damaged. It was burning to the ground. So the fire department did what they could by keeping one water hose on the car, keeping it cooled off. I think she might have only had, I think she ended up only having like a minor, I want to say like maybe the bumper got scorched or something like that, and the insurance took care of it. But it was very fortunate. That could have been a very tragic fire. It's all right, sad. Sorry about that. I had to cut that clip short because my phone went off, and we all know how much YouTube loves extra music in the videos. But long story short with this house, I'm sorry I'm rambling on, but thank God everybody was safe. The house, unfortunately, as you've seen, was a total loss. I was going to definitely go in and check this one out, what was exactly left, but there was obviously not much left. And as far as the back portion, which was the actual mobile home part, I definitely wouldn't even bothered. Usually they're using 2x6s for floor joists. As you've seen the damage, that was basically a total loss. I'm pretty well sure the fire department ripped up the rest of the flooring. That would have made it somewhat structurally sound if the flooring didn't get singed. I'm pretty well sure I've seen a lot of open joists, so I just wanted to document what was there because I'm actually very surprised. I believe Bank of America is the one that owned it as far as the mortgage, and I'm surprised they haven't went ahead and tore it down. It looks like pretty much of a hazard, and I'm pretty well sure the neighbors next door to it are going to be doing some complaining. If not, I'm actually surprised on that. Well, guys, look, I know this wasn't that good of an exciting video. I'm Masses32210. Please comment, rate, subscribe, thumbs up if you really like this video or any of my urban exploring. I'm just trying to get back on YouTube and do some more videos until hopefully I can get my new shop. Also, check me out on Masses-Outdoors. That's the word Masses, put a dash right after it, and the word outdoors. That is my second channel out of 4 that I really push a lot. Check me out. I'm building a little off-grid cabin out in the woods. If you want to see something also different, I do a lot of different things on that channel I don't do on this one. But thank you guys.